knock it off the ball fast enough.
Who's the wealthiest coach in college football? Mac Brown of Texas? Bob Stoops of Oklahoma? Nick Saban of Alabama? It's probably Joe Moglia.
Good job, fellas. Pass! Tighten it up.
Never heard of him? Well, Moglia's net worth is estimated to be as high as $1.2 billion. Of course, he wasn't coaching football. He was CEO of TD Ameritrade. Joe Moglia lived the American dream and was richly rewarded for his success. But something was missing from his life, and that something was football.
If they're leaving are they leaving the punt team out? All right, safe. Where's the ball?
As a young boy, Joe Moglia's dream was to become the head coach of a college football team. By 1983, the 33-year-old was on the verge of achieving it. He was the defensive coordinator at Dartmouth and had just been offered a job on the defensive staff of the national champion Miami Hurricanes. But that same year, Joe and his wife got a divorce. He was faced with a decision: keep coaching on his salary of $33,000 or find a better way to support his 4 kids.
He had some things in his personal life where he had to make choices so he could still attain the goals that he set forth for his family. Those goals pushed him out of football and put him in the business world.
He decided to leave coaching and pursue a career on Wall Street. Despite having little experience or training, he got hired by Merrill Lynch, where he became a financial legend. In 2001, he became the CEO of the online broker known as Ameritrade, where he was affectionately referred to as Coach Joe.
In 2008, when we literally had financial Armageddon in this country, we at TD Ameritrade had our 6th record year in a row. I decided it was time to pull the trigger on my own succession. When I had an opportunity and really decide what I wanted to do next in my life, and I thought about all the different things I could do, the one that stimulated me the most intellectually and the one that stimulated me the most emotionally was potentially going back to football.
On December 9th, 2011, Coastal Carolina University President David DeCenzo and Director of Athletics Hunter Yurachek hired Joe Moglia to be their new head football coach.
Coach Moglia knows football. He is a leader. He knows how to bring a group of young men, 100 young men together, as well as a coaching staff, and have them buy into a common goal.
In the business world, you have 3 priorities. It's your clients, your shareholders, and your employees. In the world of football, it's your players, your coaches, and your fans. But more than anything, you've got to be able to bring together an organization and an overall team.
The business world, you kind of have to have some of the same qualities to be a coach. So when I first met him, it's like he was a coach for his whole life.
Help us more than anything, though, to give us the strength to stand on our own 2 feet, accept responsibility for ourselves, and give it everything we've got every second we're out on that field.
I think in the world of business, there are a lot of different styles for CEOs. Not every CEO is totally hands-off. Not every CEO is a micromanager. I think in terms of my style, what's always worked well for me was to be able to find the best person you possibly can to be able to run that particular area. It's the exact same thing in football. And if we're going down the right path, all I want to do is what can I do to support that?
BAM! Be a man. Those simple words have come to embody Coach Joe's program.
We don't have any rules. We have rules given us by the NCAA and certainly by the university. But we have one standard, and that is we expect everybody on our program to stand on their own 2 feet and accept responsibility for themselves.
That's just in all situations and anything that we might encounter as players, whether on the field, in the community, in the classroom, whatever. Just handle it like a man. Be responsible, take responsibility for what you do or what goes on, and handle it appropriately.
You know, this being our first year almost complete, we're trying to lay the foundation to put a team that we can win a national championship with. If you didn't set those goals, you know, you don't go from Archmere to Pancrest to Lafayette, Dartmouth, Merrill Lynch to TD Ameritrade. So for a guy not to set goals and us not to believe in them would be crazy.
So right now we're 5-4. I think we have a reasonable shot to finish the season 7-4. But the key, I think, this year is laying the foundation for what we're going to do going into next year.
A resounding 65-7 win at Presbyterian College assures Coach Joe of a winning season in this, his first year as head coach at the college level.
It's not about going out there and just winning a game. It's more than that. It's how do you figure out a way to get 100 guys or the 11 guys that are on that field at one particular point in time, to every time they're on that field, to be totally focused, totally zoned in, and understand that this play, as a man, I got to give it my best shot. That's what we're trying to do.
Joe Moglia has one of the most unique stories in all of sports. The tale of a successful 63-year-old Fortune 500 CEO who reached the pinnacle of the business world, yet never stopped being a coach and never gave up on his dream.
So I'm one of the luckiest guys in the world in the sense that I've had the opportunity to do two things with my life, but both of which I was cut out to do, and both of which I really, really love doing.